Hey guys, my name is Jake and welcome to another story time where this dude pretty much wasted my time, my life. 3 hours I feel, and plus, and my gas for nothing. So, you know, it's just a regular Saturday night living my life. I think I was supposed to be like decorating the tree and I was like cleaning or whatever. And I get this message and it's like, hey homie. I was like, homie? It's just like, okay, like, hi, how are you? And he's like, what are you doing tonight? And I was just like, I don't know, just cleaning, and I don't want to leave the house. And he was really persistent and saying like how he's just been drinking and he wants to hang out, and I was just like, it has been a very long time for me. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, like, sure, we'll see. And then, you know, he went into details of like what he wants to do or whatever, and I was just like, okay, sure, we'll see what happens. Like, I don't know if it's a yes or no right now. Like, I feel like I have to live in the moment to like really decide that if I'm gonna be okay with certain things going on. So fast forward to me getting ready and like cleaning or whatever, and I'm on my way to go pick him up, and we went to his house. And when I picked him up and brought him to his house, he wanted to watch adult movies on the TV. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. So, meanwhile, we wasted like 30 plus minutes of him trying to connect his phone to the TV, and it just wasn't working. And at this point, like, I wasn't about it anymore. Like, I was ready to go home. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I keep saying it in my head and over and over and over and over. And then he was getting frustrated that it wasn't working, like the connection of his phone and the TV. And then he was like, these girls are hitting me up now. I'm like, in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, be with the girls. Like, I'm bored already. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do anything. I just want to go home. And I'm just like, why can I never use my words? And I'm like, why is it when I'm in those situations, I'm just like, if I just ride this out, I'm going to be okay. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like sitting there on the couch and he's still figuring it out, and his cat comes up. And at first, when I got to the house, the cat was scared of me. I was like, oh no, don't worry, I have 2 cats. And he was in the bathroom earlier before we even messed around with like the TV. And back to me sitting on the couch and the cat playing with me. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm having more fun hanging out with this cat than this man. Because in my mind, I thought this would be like a crazy experience or whatever, right? And then he wanted to tell me about like other dudes, how they liked hanging out with him too. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. And then he's like, you know what, let's just go upstairs and see if that TV will work. So we went upstairs, and that TV was a lot easier to work. And also, red flag, are you ready for this? When he asked me what kind of movies to watch on there, I had some popular stars in my mind who happened to be just white. But before we had that conversation, he was like, just nothing black. I was just like, is this a bad time to tell you that I'm 24 point something% black? And I was just like, what do you do? I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I'm just like, I have to get out of this space. But the person I said in my mind, he said, but not that person because it's too large. And he didn't want to see it. And I was just like, oh darn, he was really hot and I really like him. So I was just like running in my mind, I'm like, other white men. And I was just like, all those white men are kind of larger. And I was just like, I guess we're not watching anybody. So then he picked out like some girl and she was cute and whatever, but the guy was hot and his was kind of like larger also. And it was like the way he was doing it, it was like, okay, that's good. Like, I kind of like that too. And I was just like, well, if I just think of him, I was like, this straight stuff. I think I was so not in the mood to do anything that I didn't like it. I was like, this is not cool, this is not fun. And he's like living life, I feel. And he was asking me if I need help and things like that. And I was just like, no, I'm okay. Like, just finish already so I can go home. I can drop you back off where you belong. And whatever. So I'm just like, he showed me videos on his phone. And then I was just like, I just was so like upset. Like, I could have been home. Just, I knew I would have had more fun. So he ends up finishing. I said, thank God. I put my clothes back on. I didn't even care. I was like, I got ready. We left. And I brought him back. And then I was just like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Like, this, I can't. I cannot. And I was just like, trust your gut, for real. Don't do things you don't want to do. Go home sooner. And I feel like I probably will never hear from that person again. Actually, hopefully. But I just remember him saying like, it was a good time, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, sure, I guess, I don't know. Like, just like short answers. I hate getting short answers back, but I gave them back and I was just like, I can't lie. I don't want to be like, yes, it was a great time. Like, I had so much fun. Could you not tell? I was like, I was ready to go the first 30 minutes when we were there, when you couldn't figure out the TV. You know what I mean? I had more fun playing with your animals than actually hanging out with you. And I was just like, waste of time. Time I'll never get back. You know? And yeah, that's just my story of like, 2022 was just not my year. And neither were the men. And it's okay. I mean, 2023 is almost here. I'll probably do a repeat of 2022 because that's just my luck. Or I just threw that in the universe and I just got cursed. But however, maybe better other things that are meant to happen will happen. But that is pretty much the story. Waste of time. Would never do that again, especially with that person. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to waste my time. And you know what? That's just life, I guess. But, however, if you enjoyed this story time, please subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and that was the goal for 2022, to pass that number before the end of the year. And leave a comment. I love answering back. And I will see you tomorrow. I can't believe it's Friday. I feel like I need to find an outfit for New Year's. And, you know, that story I just told you about, like, I had to go. I got home and I called one of my friends and I was just like, can I just tell you something about my night? And it sucked. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, I just feel weird. Like, I feel like regret, like just crappy. And I was just like, this sucks. You know what I mean? Okay, that's it. I said what I had to say. And it's done and it's over with. And that was my story time.